When the work is done, when the foundation is strong, when the results are real, you won't need to explain anything. Let the results speak for you.
You see? Keep it silent. When you get there, share with anyone you know, with everyone. But before you get there, when it's a seed, take care of it. Plant your seed. Cultivate it privately. Privately. These days with social media, we tend to have the wish to share everything. I want to share, I want to show, I want to tell everyone where I am. Hello my friend, how are you? Welcome back. Today, you're gonna learn how to tell stories in English. The capacity of telling stories can bring you new opportunities, new conversations. The storytelling ability engages other people to listen to you. I have some friends who are amazing storytellers, and I love to hear their stories. Galego, a friend of mine, is a very good storyteller, and he is not the most outgoing person. He is not the most talkative person. Mamed, a very loved cousin I have, is a fantastic storyteller, and he is not outgoing all the time, very talkative. No, but when he's telling a story, everyone stops and pays attention. What do these good storytellers have in common? Today, you're gonna learn these conversation strategies to tell your stories and be heard, okay? And I start the class reading part of this booklet here to you. I bought at Drogazil, a drugstore here in Campo Grande. They offered me the booklet and I was reading. Less screen, more life. I couldn't agree more. At home, my kids cannot use any kind of screen. And if you have kids at home, please don't let them be in front of the screen. It harms their potential. It harms their health. It's bad for our health. Imagine for the health of our kids. This device here is a fantastic tool. I need it every day. I use it every day. But we need to be careful. By the way, airplane mode. Now I am 100% with you. If you can, please isolate distractions. This is your moment. This is your time to grow, to learn new things, to have new ideas, to see new perspectives, to think about different ways to communicate. Less screen, more life. Better connections. When we are paying attention to each other, we connect better. What do we talk about when we say screens? We're talking about computers, cell phones, TV. What does the screen do with your mind? Well, It amplifies bad emotions. It disturbs your sleep. It affects your self-esteem. It decreases your focus. We know these effects because we have already felt them. I have already felt these feelings. Scrolling on social media. Sometimes I am scrolling the Instagram and I see someone who is very rich, someone who is very successful, someone who is very happy. And I start to, my God, my life is full of obstacles. My goodness, I don't have that money that I wanted to have. Oh my God, I have this fat hair that I need to burn. Because we compare our real life with the other people's virtual lives. And it's a disaster. This comparison is not fair. We need to be careful, my friend. Trust me, we need to be careful. What does the screen do with the body? Well, it gives me this pain here in my upper back because I do this. Sometimes I arrive at my parents' home and my dad is sat on his bed checking WhatsApp. I tell him, Dad, you're going to hurt yourself. Please, don't do it. Then I see my mom. Mom, leave your cell phone for a minute. She's angry. When I tell her that, she's angry. No, it's just here. It's just now. I don't spend my time on my cell phone. Is this familiar? Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the solution. If I'm leaving the screen, what can I do? Connect yourself with the nature, with the pets, with the friends, with yourself. What I do is I write, I read, and I move my body. If I'm alone, I do these three things. I write. I always have pens around me, papers, and I write. I always have something to read, paper. I prefer paper. But Felipe, your course is online. VoceAprendeAgora.com is an online course. How come you're recommending paper? Yeah. The online platform is amazing because I can talk to you. We're far away from each other and we are communicating, we are having fun, we're growing. Great, let's use the technology. I'm not against the technology, but I'm telling you that if you spend your whole day in front of the screen, you are missing the best of this world. Because the best is not inside the screen. I like to read, I like to write, and I move my body. If I'm next to my kids, I ask my daughters to correct me if I touch the cell phone. And it's a great strategy because they come to me right away. Dad, leave your cell phone. Felipe, they call me, Felipe, leave your cell phone. And I tell them, thanks kids, you're right. Sometimes we have urgent things to solve. Come on. Let's have some water. this is your water. Please drink it, my friend. Drink your water. Hydrate yourself. Cheers. God bless you. Let's move our body. Move your body, please. Move your legs. Move your hip. Move your neck. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Up, down, up, down. Move your shoulders. And let's activate the cells of our body. I always tell you, when we exercise, when we stretch, when we breathe at the beginning of each class, it's because these steps increase your concentration. These steps make you learn better and faster. I promise you, I would never waste any second of your life. And you know why? It's because your time, my time, our time was given to us by God. It's precious. We shouldn't waste our time. So I would never waste any second of a gift that you have received. So, with this in mind, follow me. Let's do this exercise together. We're gonna run like this. Stable position, ground yourself, and do this movement here as if you were running. Let's remember Rocky Balboa running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Move your body. Now we're going to do this movement here as if we were swimming. We're going to do this and this. Imagine you were swimming in the ocean. You were swimming in this blue water. You can see the colors. You can enjoy the ocean. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Oh, my shoulders are burning. Okay, now let's stretch. Let me have some water. We're going to stretch. As always, we do this and we stretch to the front. Stretch, 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 stretch. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, open your arms. Open your hands, open your fingers, open, open. The palms of your hands towards the sky. Open your chest, look up. Look up. I hope you receive everything you want and need, my friend. You count for us. 1, continue, please. Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna breathe. We're gonna breathe together. Here we go. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more, please. All right. Are you ready? Great. I love to see you here. Remember, you are not alone. Yeah, trust me, you were not alone. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my friend, how are you? Nós já vimos que para se relacionar bem com as pessoas, nós precisamos não criticar, elogiar, despertar um forte desejo na outra pessoa. E para fazer as pessoas gostarem de nós, nós já vimos 2 princípios. 1, torne-se verdadeiramente interessado na outra pessoa. E o segundo princípio, smile, sorria. Hoje nós falamos do 3º princípio. Eu te pergunto, você entendeu que nós estamos fazendo uma história aqui com você? A gente está caminhando aqui na fazenda e fazendo todo um caminho, uma sequência, você percebeu? Eu espero que você tenha percebido. E agora nós vamos falar do 3º princípio para fazer as pessoas gostarem de você. One moment, please. Bom, tornar-se verdadeiramente interessado pela pessoa. Sorrir. O 3º é chamar as pessoas pelo seu próprio nome. E aí eu confesso para você que eu tenho dificuldade com isso. Tenho dificuldade em memorizar o nome das pessoas. Mas Dale Carnegie diz que o nome mais doce que uma pessoa pode ouvir é o seu próprio nome. Ele diz: o homem é mais interessado no seu próprio nome do que em todos os outros nomes da terra juntos. Lembre-se do nome, chame-o facilmente e terá prestado a qualquer pessoa um sutil e muito eficiente cumprimento. Eu lembro que um dia, quando eu lecionava na universidade, eu tinha uma aluna chamada Zeilane, uma aluna especial. E aí eu chamava ela de Zeilane, obviamente. E ela falava: ô professor, é a Zelaine. E um dia eu falei para ela, ô Zeilane, acho que seu nome está errado aqui na lista. Lê aqui para mim, por favor. Ela leu. Ah, tá certo, professor. Provavelmente a Zeilane está assistindo esse vídeo. Ela falou: tá certo. Eu falei: então por que você fala Zelaine? e não fala Zeilane, que é o seu nome? Ah, Zeilane é mais fácil. Mas o que eu quero te dizer com isso é que todo mundo está atento ao seu próprio nome. A pessoa que você conversa está atenta ao seu nome, ao nome dela. Trate as pessoas pelo seu nome. E aqui eu quero te pedir para comentar a sua técnica. Como que você lembra o nome de todo mundo? Comenta aqui, eu quero aprender essa técnica. Beleza? Lembre-se, princípio 3, chame as pessoas pelo seu nome. Essa é a palavra mais doce que a pessoa pode ouvir no mundo. Beleza?
Hello, my friend. How to tell stories. How do we tell stories that are heard by other people? Everyone talks about their past, their stories, their experiences. But my question is, who is heard? The people who are heard are the ones who have the ability to tell stories in a nice way. And if you and I want to tell stories that are heard, we need to be open. We need to be vulnerable. We need to be honest. We need to talk about the good things, and we also need to talk about the problems, the obstacles, the challenges, the failures, the mistakes. We don't want to talk about our mistakes, but interestingly enough, when we share our mistakes, when we share our vulnerability, when we accept our weaknesses, people are more open to talk to us. I will share with you part of an interview with this lady. The lady you're going to watch is a journalist, and she talks to people. She mentions Carnegie Hall. Carnegie Hall is a concert venue in New York City. It's a place for concerts, for performances. It's called Carnegie Hall. It's a very famous concert venue in New York City, okay? Because she's gonna mention Carnegie Hall. She says, I have Carnegie Hall. Is a place she always goes. Let's enjoy this together.
You don't have a cell phone? You don't have a computer? You don't have Wi-Fi?
No, I have Carnegie Hall.
But you have Carnegie. Not
It's a wonderful substitute for cell phones.
Well, yeah. But do people come up to you and show you phones and go, you should
Oh, people are... First of all, my own sister asked me if I knew what a laptop was. So I said, why would you ask me that? She said, well, I know you don't have one. I said, that's true, but let me ask you this. Do you know what a Rolls Royce is? Because I know you don't have one. And so, yes, people are always in the street showing me their phones. Yeah. They're like a young guy, like a 20-year-old guy, is approaching me on the sidewalk, and he has his phone turned toward me, and he looks incredulous. And he says, it's a picture of me when I was like 24. Mm-hmm. He goes, is that you? I said, no, that was me. Okay, this is me. And he looked so horrified. I said, you know, this will happen to you too. There's not a lot of choices in life like you think there are, okay? There's 3 ways to look: young, old, or surgical. Okay? So you're young, and you look young, and I used to be young, and I look young. Yeah. And then I just skipped surgical and went to this.
Fantastic. Phenomenal. Now, let's take the way she structures the story she's sharing. First, she is exposing herself to something that is absurd today. She doesn't have a cell phone. First point, she's saying, look, I don't have a cell phone. I have Carnegie Hall. And then she talks about her own age. She tells us, you know, this young guy comes to me with his cell phone and he shows me, is that you? Like, the guy was asking her in a way that she got old, that she's very different from who she used to be. And then she answers, no, that is not me. That was me. I am this. But relax, that's gonna happen to you too. She's so authentic. She's so honest. And then she shares a story from her home. You know, my sister asked me if I don't have Wi-Fi, if I don't have a laptop. My sister asked me if I don't have a laptop. And I asked her. No, my sister asked me if I knew what a laptop was. She was showing us that her sister was ironic with her. Do you know what a laptop is? And then she says, she asked me this because she knows I don't have a laptop. So she asked me if I knew what a laptop was. And then I asked her, do you know what a Rolls Royce is? Because I know she doesn't have a Rolls Royce. So authentic, so open, and funny at the same time. This is not for everyone. She has talent, but we can learn with her. What are the takeaways? She's honest, she's vulnerable, she's sharing a story from her home. She's sharing a conversation she had with her sister. We all have brothers and sisters. We all have parents. We all have these silly questions they ask us, knowing the answer. My mother-in-law loves to do it. She loves to do it. Is Asimari going with you? No? Why? She knows the answer. She knows why. But she asks. Let's learn how to tell our stories. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Do you want to have better conversations? Isolate distractions. Leave your cell phone away from the conversation. Pay attention to who you were talking to. Let's see how many serves I can give. Do you want to have better conversations? Praise the people you were talking to. Listen to what they're saying. Try to see the bright side. Do not criticize. Remember, if you want to have nice conversations, listen. Listen carefully. And then when you talk, your comments will be much better than they would if you were checking your cell phone. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? How to tell stories that are heard. This is the point. Everyone tells stories. Everyone talks. These days, if you analyze people, if you watch people, everyone is like this the whole day. Walk around, drive around and pay attention. Everybody is recording an audio message on WhatsApp. But my question is, are they being heard? I doubt it. Why? Because probably most of the messages are not interesting to the people who are listening to that. So, when you share your stories, have in mind these things here. Keep in mind. When you tell your stories, keep in mind that people want to have fun. People want to gain benefits. And people don't want to lose. When you share your stories, keep in mind that you want to offer something that will be fun to the other person. There is one storyteller here in Brazil, Rolando Boldrin. I think this is his name. I love watching him because his stories are so fun. And the stories are not short. If you have time, you spend the whole day listening to his stories. But the way he talks, talking about people in the countryside, talking about people who are in hard situations, and he speaks slowly, but he captures my attention. Why? Because I want to have fun. Another way to be heard is when the other person feels that he or she will receive benefits. I'm going to gain something here. When you watch our classes, you know that you will gain benefits. You know, you have that in mind. And I also know, when I write your classes, I am always thinking, what can I offer? What can I give? What can I how can I say? What can I what can I give? What can I offer? What can you receive when you study with us? Of course, because if you don't receive anything, you don't come back here tomorrow. And I know that the process is important. I know that if you watched last class and you were watching this class today and you watch the class tomorrow, you will grow. And when you grow, I'm happy. When you grow, you talk about Você Aprende Agora to your friends, to your family. So, you hear me if you know that you gain benefits. And this is very human. We don't want to lose. These days, there is a phenomenon called FOMO, fear of missing out. We don't want to miss anything. We want to see, we want to check, we don't want to miss. Remember this when you share your stories. 3, 2, 1.
Make friends with people who want the best for you. The desire to improve is the precondition for progress. If you have a friend whose friendship you wouldn't recommend to your sister, or your father, or your son, why would you have such a friend for yourself? You might say, out of loyalty. Well, loyalty is not identical to stupidity. Loyalty must be negotiated fairly and honestly. Friendship is a reciprocal arrangement. You are not morally obliged to support someone who is making the world a worse place. Quite the opposite. You should choose people who want things to be better, not worse. Hello, my friend. We're talking about the art of telling stories. It's an art. And we can learn with the good storytellers how to share stories. Now, I want to talk to you about the importance of being careful when you share your plans, your goals, your dreams with other people. Sometimes we have dreams, plans, goals, intentions, and we share them with people who are around us. Normally, we share them with our friends, with our relatives, with our parents. And I have to tell you, be careful when you do it. Because I have felt negative feelings from people I love so much. Unfortunately, I have felt these negative feelings, like, I don't know if it's envy, I don't know if it's jealousy, but I have felt it from Dad, from my mom, unfortunately, from some of my closest friends. And I'm gonna share with you this video with this man talking about it.
Keep it private until it's permanent. Your success, your love life, your plans, your income, your happiness, your dreams. Not everything needs an audience while it is still forming. Seeds grow best in the dark, not under constant attention. When you expose something too early, you invite opinions, doubt, jealousy, and noise before it has roots. Not everyone deserves access to the parts of your life that are still growing. Some people will smile, but secretly hope you fail. Some will question you, not because they care, but because they cannot see beyond their own limits. And some will drain your energy simply by knowing too much. Protect what matters. Move quietly. Build in silence. Let your discipline be louder than your announcements. You don't owe updates. You don't need validation. You don't need approval to become who you are meant to be. When the work is done, when the foundation is strong, when the results are real, you won't need to explain anything. Let the results speak for you.
You see? Keep it silent. When you get there, share with anyone you know, with everyone. But before you get there, when it's a seed, take care of it. Plant your seed. Cultivate it privately. Privately. These days with social media, we tend to have the wish to share everything. I want to share. I want to show. I want to tell everyone where I am. I want to tell everyone what I got. Breathe. Keep it private. until it's not just a plan. Work hard, dream. I'm not telling you to stop dreaming. No, the opposite. Keep dreaming, keep wishing, keep making your plans, keep writing your goals. But keep them private. And then, after you get there, you can tell everyone. You know what I mean? 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Yes, we're finishing one more class. Congratulations. Yes. Today, you learned strategies to communicate better. Today, you learned abilities, skills to tell your stories in a way that you engage your audience. You engage the person you were talking to. When you talk, have energy. Look people in their eyes. Smile. Sometimes we want to tell a story, but we're like this. And then I went. Come on. No one likes it. But if you have the energy, if you smile, please. Smile. Yes. That's what you need. Exactly. Remember, if you want to be interesting, you need to be interested in other people. Pay attention when they talk. Pay attention when they are speaking. Do not interrupt them when they're talking. When you are telling your story, look them in their eyes. Talk about the good things and also talk about the bad things, the problems, the accidents, the unexpected events, the losses. Because as Ariano Suassuna says, when you share good news, people say, oh, nice, okay. But when you share bad news, they look at you. They want to hear more. They want to listen to the whole thing. They want to see the details.
Eu não sei se vocês já notaram, tudo o que é ruim de passar é bom de contar. E tudo o que é bom de passar é ruim de contar. Se a vida de vocês, nesse ano agora, foi toda boa, experimente contar a um amigo. Vocês dizem, olha, no dia 1º de janeiro foi ótimo. No dia 2 de janeiro foi melhor ainda. No dia 3, tranquilo. Ele só aguenta até o dia 4. Tá certo? Agora, se vocês passarem por uma situação difícil, vocês vão ver que é bom de contar. Então, na minha vida não acontece nada. Se eu não mentir, o que é que eu vou contar?
That's us, human beings. That's why breaking news are more successful than positive news. That's why we have the clickbaits online all the time. Share your stories. Talk about yourself. Talk about your past. Talk about your plans. I want to see you speaking English. If you need our assistance, be VIP. Take the step. It's worth it. It's worth it. The risk is this, and the reward is huge. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class.